You go tight. You got tight.
61, matchbox lights.
55 is my guy, 55. I got one.
Be careful.
They run again on first down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mannion looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You got three down.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mannion. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it with Balaj. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got a man. It's Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Rosen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Rosen. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Hey, alert! Blue jaw forfeit.
Now Balaj. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Recon, 152 fighter.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points get that. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They start the drive with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, Charlie.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's third down.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check. Check. Check.
Let's go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Twist on travel.
Kill.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught at the 25. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Shoot.
On play action, they'll throw. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rosen will throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Monday. Hey, exit.
54. Mike 54. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 54.
Monday.
54.
Now Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
64. Weak.
54. Hard. Alert. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, that QB's trash.
Hey, Team 6.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Rosen to throw. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Let him know. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Hey, Alpha.
Get the ball.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go, here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Matchbox lights. Get it ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch, switch, switch.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go. Hey, high 7.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mannion setting up the screen for Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check, 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 check.
Again, it's Balaj. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Rosen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He sets to fire deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Mannion. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Charles Harris just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mannion under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Mannion. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Cook, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run inside with a fullback Ham, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 13. X3. 218. Chopper. Back.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Parker unable to get that one.
Down. 50. Plant. Big river.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Set. 30 base.
Check 55 to Mike. We didn't want this.
Smooth.
55.
Down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's bring it.
Now back to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You got nothing. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Ready.
They run the counter. It's Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
On the set.
5. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.